I got a question. If I could get you 30 to 80,000, potentially even more, views of your business every single day for a flat rate cost of like 2,500 bucks one time, would you listen to the next 5 minutes of this video? If you said yes, you're gonna love this video because I'm gonna share something with you that I have never shared before and something I think is gonna be really, really important for your business. In this video, I wanna share the power that vehicle graphics and vehicle wraps have to really grow and impact your business. It's a powerful tool, and we're gonna talk about that today. And I wanna share the different types of vehicle graphics, vehicle wraps, and how they can be applied, and what's good and what's bad with them. So for the next 5 minutes, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna keep this one kind of short, but I'm gonna make sure that I give you all the data and all the information you need to apply this right away, because you should be doing it right away. So the first thing that you need to know is what are vehicle graphics or vehicle wraps. They're somewhat self-explanatory, but I wanna give you a little bit more context so that you have a better understanding. You can communicate this to your clients and you can implement this for yourself. But a vehicle wrap is basically like a giant sticker. It's panels of giant stickers that go onto your car. There are 3 different kinds that I'm gonna talk about today, but understanding that they're big vinyl decals and vinyl stickers that are paneled down your car. And there's some other different methods that I'm gonna talk about here too, but that's what they are. They're a vinyl sticker that's printed on what's called a wide format printer. All right, so here are the 3 different kinds of vehicle wraps or vehicle graphics that you can apply to your business. The first one is probably the most popular right now. They've really increased in popularity, and that's the full wrap. Usually everything on the vehicle, from the front to the sides to the back. Usually the roof doesn't get wrapped because nobody sees the roof. Occasionally people do a full wrap like that, but a full wrap basically means it covers all the sides of the vehicle other than the roof. And so a full wrap is basically done in panels. They're anywhere between 60 inches and usually around 54 inches. That's the typical size, is a 54-inch roll. And you put that roll on the side, you lay it up from the top, and you do them in panels. And you have a little gap that overlays from each panel to the next, about a ½ an inch, so that if things shrink, which vinyl is known for shrinking, that you don't have any gaps in your wrap. So that's really important, but they panel this all the way down the side of the vehicle. It may be two panels, 3 panels, 4 panels, depending on the square footage of that car. It can range you as low as 1,500 bucks and as high as $3 grand, but typically it's in the $2,000 to $2,500 range for a really good full wrap. The second kind of wrap is a half wrap. Now, I love half wraps because they still make a huge impact on businesses. You can put them on trucks, you can put them on vans, you can put them on cars, and you don't have to actually wrap the entire vehicle. If the wrap matches the color of the car and it balances really well, you don't have to actually spend the same amount of money. It can actually cut the cost significantly. You could be looking at anywhere between 800 bucks on the low side and probably as high as maybe 1,500 bucks for a half wrap, and you can still communicate a great message without having the entire car wrapped up. So wraps can do the windows, you can do the body of the car, you can do your tailgate, all that stuff. So there's different ways to do wraps, but those are the first 2. And the third one is a little different. And this is actually where I started my career when I had my sign shop. I was actually doing a lot of vinyl graphics, vehicle graphics. And so you can do something that actually makes it look like a full-blown wrap. I have friends and clients, people that I've worked with for years that have done this, but you can do a color change. So you can literally change the whole color of your car. So you wrap the car in a different colored vinyl. And then on top of that, you use a plotter, which is a little bit different of a machine. And you actually plot out a design, and then you take that big sticker and you stick it on the side, and then you do the next piece, you do the phone number, and they're all individual pieces rather than actually having it printed. They're cut out pieces. It's really clean, it's really crisp, like it looks corporate. A lot of the big companies do that, but if you want a printed wrap that's gonna last a long time, that's the way to go too. And then typically what you wanna do, especially on the full wraps and half wraps, is make sure that those wraps are laminated and protected from the outdoor elements. So I'm curious now, I wanna know, have you ever wrapped your car? Have you ever wrapped a vehicle, a van, or have you ever seen them, right? If you've seen one, tell me the vehicle wrap that you've seen. I want to engage with you. This is an important platform to be able to, for us to connect, for me to be able to help you, and that's what I would love to hear. I'd love to get to know you, know where you're from. So now I want to get into some of the meat and the potatoes, the fun stuff, the stuff that's going to apply to your business and give you some context to share with your clients. The 3 things that level the playing field. Great wraps can level the playing field against even the biggest companies in the world, and it helps you level that playing field against all of your competition. So now I want to get to the meat and potatoes. This is where it actually applies to you and your clients, where you can apply this information, and it's the why. Why should you get a vehicle wrap? This is an important question. Vehicle wraps, especially great vehicle wraps, level the playing field in the advertising space and helps really give small business owners the advantage over big competitors, because it's really an affordable project, an affordable design, and affordable marketing method that you can apply to your business that is the same as your competitors. It doesn't cost more money if you're a big corporate company. So here are the 3 reasons why you should get a vehicle wrap or vehicle graphics for your business. Reason number 1, it has an in-your-face staying power, and it makes a really big first impression, and it positions you over your competitors. It gives you that advantage, stand out, to be unique, to do a vehicle wrap that's memorable and hopefully is simple. Reason number 2, it's an offline and an organic marketing strategy. There is no ad spend. All you're doing is paying for the one-time design and installation costs, and these wraps last a long time, as long as 5 years. And the third reason why is it builds culture, not just internally within your company, but also within you and your clients. It builds confidence, and it really, people will treat you like a pro. When you pull up to a job or you pull up to a client's office or a customer's house, you're immediately going to establish yourself as an authority by having a vehicle wrap on your car. So I want to give you guys just a couple stats to help really validate the information and the power of vehicle wraps and vehicle graphics. The first stat I want to share with you here is 98% of Americans indicated that they notice media targeting vehicle drivers and passengers. Second one, a single vehicle wrap gets anywhere between 30 to 80,000 views average per day. That can be higher in bigger cities, that can be a little bit lower in smaller cities. Number 3 is fleet vehicle advertising boosts name recognition 15 times greater than any other advertising media. Car wraps can claim a lower cost per impression rate than any other form of advertising at a cost of less than $44 per million. Yes, million with an M impressions. It's a really great way for the little guy and the mom and pop operation to affordably compete with vendors that are 10 times their size. It's a great way for the little guy or those mom and pop operations to compete on advertising and marketing against the big companies that are 10 times their size of a small business owner. Hey, so do me a favor. If you're finding this content helpful, like I always ask, this is a big deal for me. Hit that like button, let me know that you love this video. Introduce yourself, drop your name down below, tell me where you're from, I want to get to know you, and make sure you don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Majority of people aren't subscribing to the videos that they watch. I don't know why, but this is your chance to subscribe, because I'm about to get into some tips that are going to really help you out, and that would show me that you appreciate this. My first tip is no one cares about your logo. When it comes to the design of your wrap, no one cares about your logo. I know you're all proud of your logo, maybe you're not proud of it, but if you are proud of it, people make their logos massive on the side of their vehicle wraps and their vehicle graphics. I'm like, dude, when their phone number's this big, do not do that. That is a horrible strategy. No one cares about your logo. Make the logo smaller. What needs to be big is what you do and how to reach you, right? If it says plumbing on there and the freaking word is 2 inches wide, no one's gonna see that. They have just a second to drive by. No one cares about the logo. If you're just doing branding because you're so big, like you're a Comcast type of company, I get that. But most of you guys that are watching this video don't have that type of brand visibility and recognition. So you need to make what you do, whether it's graphic design, web design, motion design, video, whatever that is, whatever service you're offering, you need to make sure that that service is very big on the side, and then you have a clear, concise way to get in contact with you, whether it's a phone number or a website address or a text-to number. I would encourage you to make sure your website and your phone number is on the vehicle wrap. This is an important piece. My second piece of advice, and this is where I see a lot of vehicle wraps going the wrong direction, is less is more. Do not clutter it up with these crazy backgrounds and effects and all this stuff that makes the design so busy and you have so much going on that you can't even really clearly see what the message is. Don't distract people. Keep it simple, stupid, right? That's the saying, keep it simple. You want to make sure that the phone number, the service you offer, and maybe something that differentiates you, you can put your branding on there, but just simplify it. Keep it simple, keep it clean. The cleaner it is, the more memorable it's going to be. Just make sure that the information on there applies to your business and is really clear of what separates you. My third piece of advice that I want to give you when you're doing a vehicle wrap on your car, your van, your truck, whatever vehicle it is, your box truck, you need to make sure that you don't go cheap. There's a lot of companies out there doing vehicle wraps for dirt cheap, fly-by-night operations, chucking a truck, guys that come out to your house and do it. You don't want to go cheap on this, because this is something that it needs to be done right. From trimming around the taillights, to pulling off panels on your car, to prepping the car the right way. You want this vehicle wrap to last. Even if you try to save yourself 500 bucks, but the wrap lasts half as long, it's not worth it. Don't go cheap. Hire the best wrap company in your area to do the job, Even if they charge you a little bit more than what I told you. This is an investment into your business. It's gonna pay you huge. It's one of the best investments. Vehicle wraps pay for themselves sometimes in like the first 30, 60 days. There's not a lot of things that you can spend money on that are gonna bring that type of returns back other than yourself. And that's why you took the time to watch this video, because your time is worth a lot, even more than money. And so taking the time to invest into yourself is super important. It's something I talk about all the time. And this is an investment into you and into your business, and you're taking some identity, and you're gonna have confidence around the vehicle wrap, and you can't do that if you go cheap with the wrap. Make sure you invest some serious money to get it done the best that it can be. So that's it. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. The vehicle wraps, vehicle graphics. I wanted to break it down, explain why it's important, how you can get the most from a vehicle wrap. And that's what I have for you guys today. So hopefully this was super helpful. If you love this content, make sure you drop that like button on it. And I also want to remind you to join us in the Instagraphics Pro Network. If you're a designer, web, motion, or graphic designer, we have a community where we're doing summits and trainings, and we're coming together and helping each other, lifting each other up, encouraging each other, praying for each other. I want to invite you, yes, the person that's sitting on the other side of this camera, I want you to be part of this community with me and with the rest of us. There's almost 400 of us in that group, but you got to fill out all the questions when you join the group. There's a link down in the description. You'll click that. It'll make you fill out questions to join the group. If you don't fill them out, I can't let you in. Unfortunately, I just won't. And I've declined dozens, actually over 100 invitations, people that have wanted to be part of the group, and I haven't let them in because they didn't fill out all the information. So that needs to happen. And if that does, I'll see you in there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Adrian Boysel. I'll see you guys on the next video. And as always, keep looking up.